So, if you're not familiar with Kingdom, then let me fill you in a little bit. It's basically a manga set way back in the Warring States period of ancient China. The story centers around this guy, Shin, and he's great, but he's not who we're talking about today. So go away. Shoot. Today's story is all about this young assassin named Kyou Kai and her journey of revenge. So Kyou Kai is this small, childlike warrior that makes some huge moves in our first big battle. And right off the bat, she ticks loads of the boxes for one of those shady, emo characters. You know, the kind that's all too typical across shonen content. Face covering, quiet, mysterious, understatedly powerful. And believe it or not, she's got her own bundle of life-scarring issues that's taken her down a quest for vengeance. Now, it might sound a little cliche, but when done right, this trope can lead to some of the most suspenseful and emotive storytelling. And that's exactly what Yasuhisa Hara achieved when he wrote Kyou Kai into the Kingdom Manga. So stick around, because I'm here to piece together the story of Kyou Kai's revenge. Let's go! So Kyou Kai's from this super duper ancient clan that's known as the Kyou, which is basically a bunch of mega assassins that live in isolation from the rest of the world. Kyou Kai grew up here with her big sister Sho, and here they both learned the special magical art of channeling the power of the gods by doing this weird breathing dancing combination, which unfortunately the anime did a great job of making look like some weird Irish jig. So yeah, breathing, dancing, god summoning. It all sounds a bit weird, but man, trust me, when they get going, that is so OP because heads start rolling, guaranteed every single time. Cool. But there's a catch. They've got to be really careful when they're doing this dance thing because if they go in too deep, they'll never be able to return to reality. Eesh. But don't worry, it turns out that Kyou Kai is a total natural at this. Cool, right? No, not really. Here's where the whole thing gets super weird. So there's a bunch of other clans in this tribe, and every single generation, those tribes put forward their two strongest girls, who all fight to the death in this big fat battle royale. Winner gets the title of Shiyu, which essentially makes them like a mega valuable hitman. So the night before the big fight, Sho decides that she doesn't want to kill her sister in this weird ass clan's tradition. So she drugs Kyou Kai, heads to the battle royale all by herself, and things don't go so well for her. She gets tricked by this one bitch and it results in her getting ambushed early on and she dies. When Kyou Kai wakes up the next day and realizes exactly what's happened, she totally flips her lid and swears revenge on the one that killed her sister and became the Shiyu, this textbook angry teenager, Yuren. So, kind of messed up by the whole ordeal, understandably, Kyou Kai flees the clan and heads off to start a life in the larger world. A few years pass, and our mysterious little warrior establishes herself as one of the most badass swordsmen on the battlefield. She achieves the rank of lieutenant and has found herself with a family again. But this doesn't change the fact she's got unfinished business. Kyou Kai breaks off from the rest of the team to go and finally address her past, kinda like Simba marching back to the Pride Land, so she can avenge her sister by killing the one that became Shiyu. Now, I know that I've just summarized her whole backstory into like a few minutes, but don't forget that in the manga, this has been drip-fed to us across like 350 something chapters. So the anticipation gauge at this stage is reaching critical, and my geeky little brain is like, whoa! So let's carry on. Kyou Kai manages to track down where the Shiyu is based, and it doesn't take long for this epic standoff to take place. Yuren's standing up on this rock looking pretty scary, like some sweaty teenage Orochimaru, and it looks like we're about to get the 1v1 we've been waiting for. But oh no, surprise ambush! Of course it's not that straightforward. Yuren's called in all the mandem, and honestly, at this stage in the story, I am like, whoa, look at this fresh little ninja showdown. What a nice change up from dudes on horses screaming, Doria! So Kyoukai makes quick work of all the small fry because she's badass, slicing and dicing her way through the lot of them. But when it comes to the Shiyu herself, Kyoukai gets wrecked, and this is illustrated so damn brutally. I mean, just look at this. The detail and focus that Hara has given to these particular panels so that he can really convey that pain she's going through. And after all these years of waiting for this moment, I am seriously feeling it. Come on, Kyoukai. Get up. Get up, Kyoukai. It turns out that when Yuren completed the Battle Royale and became the Shiyu, she learned to cut off all ties with the outside world in order to draw out her innermost powers. I mean, she had to kill her own sister, so that's gonna do something to you, right? She's basically leveled up to this really strong mega goth that's right on the verge of completely freaking losing it. And right now, she is kicking Kyukai's ass. However, in the middle of this high-speed smackfest, Kyoukai realizes a key difference between the two of them. You see, where Yuren has learnt to completely isolate herself in this quest for more power, Kyukai's last few years with the Haishin unit has left her with a new purpose in life, beyond revenge. Something she didn't have before, a place for her to return to. And all of these relationships that she's built up since leaving the clan has left Kyoukai with the ability to dive deeper and deeper and deeper into her priestess dance without fear of not being able to return. This is something that Yuren can't do. Kyukai's anchored to reality by her friendships. So, after this epic 10-chapter battle, Yuren is killed by Kyoukai as she claims her vengeance and is finally able to move forward with her life. The fact that Yasuhisa Hara drip-fed this girl's story to us over hundreds of chapters is a testament to his storytelling. This isn't even the main plot, but it still carries so much weight because of the time and care that's been invested into the side characters of Kingdom. We go from seeing her as this small, mysterious, moody kid that we know pretty much nothing about, other than her little Irish jig move. And then, over the course of hundreds of chapters, the jigsaw pieces of her life slowly start falling down into place, which then reaches that climax across that epic battle to avenge her sister. I freaking love everything about this character, but that's not always how it goes down. It's all too often that these long-form storytelling tropes that are filled with anticipation and foreshadowing fall flat when they reach their supposed pinnacle. And that's because it's not an easy thing to execute. But in the Kingdom manga, Yasuhisa Hara has done an incredible job of seamlessly weaving the unification of China alongside the tale of a lost assassin who's trying to find her place in the world. That was the story of Kyukai's revenge. And with that, we conclude another MacFams video. Thank you very much for sticking around all the way to the end. It is massively appreciated. If you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like and subscribing. You can always change your mind later. Catch you all in the next one. Peace.